All right, we're moving on from dividing decimals, and we're going to move on to fractions, multiplying and dividing fractions. But we need to review mixed numbers and improper fractions, okay? So with your yellow highlighter, I want you to highlight, I can write a mixed number as an improper fraction, and I can write an improper fraction as a mixed number. So in order to solve a problem, you may need to turn mixed numbers into improper fractions, okay? So a mixed number, I want to emphasize, like with my I do right here, a mixed number is a whole number with a fraction. It's a mixed, that's what we call mixed number, okay? So sometimes, whenever we are going to multiply and divide fractions, you have to take a mixed number and turn it into an improper fraction. That's the only way you can move forward when you multiply and divide fractions. So that is why we're doing this, so you know what you have to do next. So we have two steps. The first step is you multiply the denominator and the whole number. We're going to have to write small. So multiply the denominator so that in your fraction, that is the number on the bottom. The denominator and your whole number, okay, which is next to your fraction, okay? Then add the numerator to that product. Because remember, a product is the answer to a multiplication problem, okay? So stay with me here. I'm going to draw an arrow out, and this is how I want you to do this so that we know what we're doing in each step. So multiply denominator times your whole number, 3 times 5. And so we do 3 times 5, and you get 15. Okay. Then you add your numerator, plus 2, and you get 17. But we got to write it as improper. So your denominator stays the same. Okay. So when you write your improper fraction, your denominator stays the same. And we're going to beat that over like crazy because you guys are going to be like, we're so over it. But I'm just telling you, denominator stays the same. So let's look at our redo. We have denominator times whole number. 9 times 2 equals 18. Then we're adding the numerator to that product, plus 1, and we get 19. And then 9 is your denominator. Your denominator stays the same, okay? I'm not highlighting. I'm not doing a very good job of that right now. Here's me. Okay. So here is the you-dos. So you're going to do these two on your own, doing the same strategy that I did here, okay? So if you're not with us, that's what you're doing at home. But let's go over here to the bottom, because this time we have improper fractions. And it says, once a problem has been solved and simplified, improper fractions must be written as a mixed number unless told otherwise. Okay, so when you have, when you're dividing or multiplying fractions now, and you end up with an improper fraction, we need to turn that back to a mixed number. So you are going to divide your numerator by your denominator. Okay, so I have 17 divided by 2. 2 goes into 17 with 2 times 6. 2 times 7, 2 times 8, 8 times. So I get 8 times 2 is 16. 7 minus 6 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay. This is the part where you have to build your mixed number, and this is what gets a lot of people every time. Your quotient is going to be your whole number, and I'm obnoxious with it, okay? And then there's my fraction. Just like up here when we wrote our improper fraction where my denominator stays the same thing goes down here. Your denominator too stays the same. Okay? Then your remainder, because we are not doing decimals right now, we're converting fractions. Your remainder 1 becomes your numerator. Okay? So I'm going to come up here and write this. Whole. I'm going to trying to figure out where I want to write this. We're going to do this right here. We're going to say whole number, and then we're going to have remainder over denominator. Okay, so your whole number, remainder, denominator. Okay, let's look at our redo. We have 55 divided by 12. So 55 divided by 12, 12 times 4, well, we're going to go with that. 12 times 4 is 48. We got to borrow. This becomes 15. This becomes 4, 7. Okay. Quotient. Oh my gosh, look what I did, you guys. I know you're all like, Ms. Collins. This is our quotient. I'm so sorry. Quotient. Remainder. Denominator. Sorry about that. So quotient. Denominator stays the same. Remainder. And if you notice each time, our fractions, when you get to an improper fraction, you simplified it, your mixed number, your fraction, your mixed number should also be simplified, so you don't have to simplify anymore. So these you-dos are for you to do on your own if you are not with us, and if you are, we'll do those in class.